Okay, are we live? Hi, everybody, and those tuning in online as well. We have our first physical event since COVID happened. So welcome to all those of you who are here. I'm sure some people are going to trickle in a little bit later. So we have some water there for you guys, and then the bathrooms are just around the corner. But before we start, yes, I see we have our people coming in. I'm so happy. Before we start, we would really like to just give the mic to our partners who have been with us since we started this whole thing. This is our 22nd edition, and we've been doing this since 2018. So before we begin the program, I'd like to ask Joseph Bunga from Area 46 to come up and say a few words.
Thank you very much. I think all I want to say is, look, always lovely to be here, and I love the energy. I know there's not many of us here today, but I still think the energy will come from the guys doing the presentations. That's really why we're here. And just one thing from me is, I wish more companies could retain the energy of a startup. And every time I come here, I feel I go away with that energy. And that's why I keep coming back. So to all of you guys that are thinking it's tough while you're starting up, know that we take inspiration from you. And I wish you all the very best as you go for it today. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Joseph. And then our other partners, Utande, they also want to say a few words. So I'm going to ask Liberty to come up and say a few words for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm actually not good with speeches. I'm used to selling. So basically, to those who don't know about us, we're from Utande. We do internet. We're an ICT company. We offer LTE. We offer cybersecurity training. We know as entrepreneurs, you face quite a lot, especially in this dynamic world. So we offer free cybersecurity training, especially to our customers. We also offer antivirus, so many things that are on our portfolio. So for those who are interested in getting to know more about our services, you can actually go through on our Facebook and we can assist you. We are here to help you, and Impact Hub is one of our partners. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Liberty. And of course, our biggest Founders Live Harare partner is Impact Hub Harare. So I'll let Tsuzoka tell you a little bit about what we do here and how we got this whole thing started. So Tsuzoka.
Hey, hi everyone. We're just so excited that it's our 22nd edition. I can't believe it. It's been years of hosting this event and activities. And, I'm really also enjoying the fact that it's been 7 years that we've been doing programming. We are the social impact people. We've, we work across the SDGs. We really focus on initiatives and individuals who are working on a positive social impact, and we try to accelerate that impact and help them with whatever it is that they need. And we're so excited. I'm so grateful to our partners so much. Joe, you've been with us. He's so humble. Like he says like 2 words, but has really been like a pillar of support, like foundational, like where I know I can even go and cry and be like, I don't know how to do this. And this person is like there. I'm telling you guys. It really, really takes having that support for us to be where we are now. And, we just want to continue growing and influencing the startup ecosystem and influencing the social impact ecosystem. That's what we're really all about across sectors. So please, if you would love to know more about us, we'd love to engage with you more. Check out our Impact Hub Harare pages. And we're also super excited that we are here with Founders Live. You know, as Oxy mentioned, we started this years ago because we wanted entrepreneurs to have an international platform where they can pitch and they can be seen by the rest of the world. And it doesn't end at the pitch and it doesn't start at the pitch. You know, we take a while working with them, and then post pitch, you know, at least it goes, thank you to Area 46, that this goes across the world. Thank you to Utande as well, that, you know, we're able to have the Wi-Fi where we can actually stream this event. This is the first one in a long time. So it feels strange. We were usually sitting in front of the computer, but then you have, you know, an ecosystem of people who can vote and see the startups. But many of the startups and businesses that have come through Founders Live have found their partners, have found accountants, have found people that they've worked with or that they continue to work with, and even some funding, because we've been able to spotlight them through this event. So this is what we're about as Impact Hub Harare, and this is why we love Founders Live. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Tedzoka. And I think another exciting element of Founders Live is that you're pitching your business in 99 seconds. So I was trying to time you. I think you did like a little bit over 199, but it's a fun element of having to pitch your business in 99 seconds. And the cool thing also is that the audience is the one that gets to vote for you, as opposed to a panel of serious judges, which we appreciate our judges. I see one in the audience today. So before we start with the entrepreneurs, I'm just gonna show a video of Nick Hughes, who is the founder of Founders Live. Started Founders Live in Seattle, just, you know, got a group of people together at a bar, and then they said, pitch your business for 99 seconds. And from that, it's been going, yeah, since 2016. I believe it's in over 55 cities across the world. So if you want to tune into Founders Live Lagos or Founders Live Seattle or New York, they all exist, and most of them have been online because of COVID. But now, as you can see, I think people are tuned in online and they're like, is it physical? Is it online? They don't know. So for those tuning in online, thank you so much. And please ask your questions. We will try to address all of them. Yeah, so please play Nick Hughes and let's see what Founders Live is all about.
Founders Live is the global venue for modern entrepreneurs, especially during these very challenging times. The direct impact of COVID-19 is currently being felt around the world, and it could get worse before it gets better. We are here to help you through these challenging times by connecting you to the people, information, and resources meant to move you forward as you start your next project.
We see an opportunity to bring the resources and capital and connections to the people that need it and the people that can use it, no matter where they live in the world. My honest opinion is, no matter what the economic climate is in the world, Founders Live can be important. In the good times, when it's booming, we're here to help grow companies and have them access capital that's flowing around the world, and really be a fun, great event and global platform that powers entrepreneurship. In the tough times, we actually think we can be the answer, given the fact that if people are actually getting laid off and unemployment starts rising, well, the choice to start their own business is front and center, and Founders Live is right there to help them grow. I believe the secret sauce of Founders Live lies in the combination of these three words: inspiration, education, and entertainment. Inspiration is rooted in the energy and the passion that every single attendee has. The education is the information that we're bringing to people that they otherwise couldn't find. Founders Live Online helps solve entrepreneurs' daily challenges. If you have a question that you're just wondering, like, I don't know what to do here, you simply need to just type it into Founders Live and someone else will answer it right there for you. And the entertainment is the fun. We believe business should be fun, we believe it should be casual, and we believe it should be inspirational. Founders Live is the perfect place for you to connect with other entrepreneurs and to be inspired.
Nick, okay, so without further ado, we are going to go straight into the pitches. And we first have Alan Twalumba of Twalumba Brick Molding, who was in our version 9 the 9th edition of Founders Live. So we have him back today, which is very exciting. So Twalumba, please come and do your 99-second pitch.
Good afternoon, everyone. Wange is surrounded by coal mining companies, mining the same product, which is coal, but no one cares about the waste material being produced. My name is Alan Twalumba from Matebele North, Wange. I'm into brick molding using coal waste. The problem that we're facing in Wange is the raising of temperature, climate change, new terrain, and industrial impact. And the solution is to build houses using bricks. How? Mixing coal waste and clay, we produce a standard brick, which is this brick. And this brick is made to build houses. And in terms of marketing, the market is high as we're focusing on the new expansion projects at PC, which is constructing 800 houses. As I speak, it is underway right now. Finance is the problem that we faced in the COVID era. It broke our finances big time. But as for now, we're trying to increase our production by almost 20%. In funding, we're looking only 5,000 USD to buy a brick molding machine, which costs 2,500, and a generator, which costs something like 1.5 and $500 for production. Thank you.
Thank you, Twalumba. Thank you. How was the time? Okay, so we'll take questions from the audience. Anyone have any questions?
So I'm really keen to understand. So coal waste plus clay, are you still firing the bricks? Okay, all right. So what, and you can only tell me what you can tell me, what proportion of the brick is now coal waste, approximately?
2.5 kg. It's similar to the McDonald brick. The difference in McDonald brick are using machinery. It's similar to Better Bricks. The difference with Better Bricks, they are using machinery. Better Bricks is now coming to Wange to take coal waste and mold bricks this side using machinery and sending back the bricks to ZPC. The difference with me, I'm using only those foromers. I don't have a machinery, but that's a similar thing.
Okay, and difference in cost?
Yes, my brick is cheap. And most of Wange people, they prefer my brick because I sell 10,000 bricks at 500 US. Better Bricks is selling 10,000 bricks at 1,200 US.
Thank you very much. Have you had your brick tested, and what type of tests has it been subjected to?
Okay, last test that we did locally test with Wange local board, and it was approved to use those bricks. So every 2 years, we test those bricks because they will say you cannot make one brick in 2 years.
So how long have you guys been in operation, and how has your growth been since you pitched at Volume 9?
I've been in this industry for the past 4 years, and this industry is producing results for me. Not for me alone, alongside with the youth. Because last year I was given something like 1.5 hectares with Wange Coral Company to expand my project, but financial things, that's the challenge that I'm facing. You cannot get everything at once.
So in terms of financials and like any like actual hard concrete numbers that you have for us?
At the moment, financially, I'm not yet financially stable. I'm just using the resources that I'm getting while I'm selling those bricks because I have to pay EMA. You are not just a brick molding company. We're a company which is focused in sustainable development goals, SDG 12, which is responsible consumption and production. So we're not looking much in brick molding. We're also the environmentalist activists. We're protecting the environment.
I guess I'm trying to understand like the number of customers that you have, like how many houses have been built using your bricks?
As I speak now, I think in Victoria Falls, I have something like 8 completely houses. In Wange, I have 15. In Bulawa, I have 1. Yes.
And Tolumba, you said you're looking for $5,000. That's your ask.
Yes.
What is your give for this? Are you looking for a grant? Are you looking for a loan? Are you looking for an investment specifically?
For me, anything that comes on my table for my production to move, it's okay.
So if someone comes with 5,000 and says, what are you going to give me? Can I get equity? Like what is, yeah.
It depends. We have to sit down and talk. We cannot just come with your 5,000 and I say that it depends.
All right. Any other questions?
Twalumba, that was one of the fastest speeches I've ever heard. So my advice would be, I think you should just look for that golden thread as you pitch, right? So find the most relevant information and try and pitch that, because we can't even see some of these solutions and beautiful pictures that you have. I think everyone is aware of what bricks do. So I would suggest, like you're saying, on the finance side, if you'd rather use the graph than those numbers. So if you can give us graphs showing everything going up and saying your compound annual growth rate is going up, customer growth is 20%, now you're talking.
I think I had another pitch with the graph, but I didn't see it here. It was there.
It was there.
Yes, I was shocked seeing this.
Next time.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
All right. Okay. One more question.
Thank you so much. This was a great pitch. My question is, what is making your own brick cheaper, since the other company you're saying they're selling 10,000 bricks at 1,200 and yours you're selling it for $500? Are you making money from that? Are you buying the core waste to actually make the bricks, or you are receiving the core waste for free? Like, how much money profit are you making from that, since the amount you're selling your bricks at is almost like 40%, 60% lower than what's in the market?
As I said, I'm based in Wange. Wange is surrounded by coal mining companies, more than 10 mining the same product, which is coal. And this waste is being dumped everywhere in Wange. And then better bricks, their brick is expensive. Why? They are coming to Wange to take the coal waste, bring it to Harare to mold bricks. And they sell again those bricks back to Wange. But I'm using our own resources being given at a cheaper price with local companies paying back to the community. For me to make something like 10,000 bricks, I need something like $120. For this brick to be complete, $20. You'll never understand it.
Well, I guess if you'd like to learn a bit more, he's available. I'm sure he's looking for partners. He's looking for customers.
What?
Drop the mic. Mic drop. Okay, I think a round of applause for Twalumba. You see, this is exactly what Joe was talking about. I don't think anyone has as much passion as Twalumba, and this hasn't dissipated since volume 9. He's been the same way. So I'm so glad to see that you still have the same amount of passion. Next up, we have a participant from volume 3. And right now we're at volume 22. So she was like, I don't want to call you a guinea pig, but so Maureen Manjora, she's from the Affordable Virtual Learning Society. So I'm going to let her tell you a little bit more about her organization.
Afternoon, everybody. I think you wouldn't like to come after him. That's difficult to beat. But anyway, I'll start. My name is Maureen Majora, and I'm here presenting Affordable Virtual Learning Society. Our problem is tertiary education and development in rural areas. You know that very few percentages of kids in rural areas end up in college or rather getting any tertiary education. That's practical education. So we are trying to get the solution there. The world has become a global village. Half the people who are not here or going to vote are already watching us from somewhere else. So why don't we use that in rural areas? I'm sure that Mtande soon we'll be having VSAT or something back in the rural areas. So why don't we take advantage of that, put up computers, learning centers, and let the virtual education or the practical education get to the rural areas? This is our process. We engage students and parents. We enroll them in courses. We then group the students into projects, profit-making projects, to either develop their community or make a living for themselves. And then we repeat and we encourage them to develop further. And this is the pilot program that we did over 3 months. We had a poultry project that went on running, and we currently the pilots of the projects recruited about 10 more students. Unfortunately, COVID did a minor on us, but definitely we didn't stop because we wanted the project to continue. This is what we had calculated when I came. This is exactly what we wanted, but this is exactly where we are right now, and we are in year 4. We're trying so hard to make sure that we get the profits that we need. This is what we've done in the past 3 years. We've done projects that are a non-profit making about 7,000. We got funding from FIBA, Basketball for Good Association, so we are also including sports.
Questions?
Thank you so much. My question is, how are you providing the access to the knowledge? Is it the students, they can access as individual, or you have to set up as a center where the access is group? And who is paying for their course? Is it they pay individually, or you work with the schools?
All right, so we have looked for partners. I think when I came here the last time, we were working on a partnership with Allison courses of some sort. They already have free courses, but sometimes we also want the paid courses. So we're working on a group whereby if our project then funds something, we can give back to Allison for the paid courses, but they can always start with the free courses. So another one does business management. Another one tackles something very small from as agriculture production or something, and we group them together to say, you did business, you did marketing, you did something related to agriculture, depending on their interest, and we group them together. So once they do their courses and they get a bit of the money, half of it is given back to this project, the other one goes back to them, so that they either continue developing, continue their project, and that's how we keep it running. Yes, so it's basically self-sustainable at the moment. Would love it to make millions very soon, but yeah.
Any other questions?
Oh, hi.
Hi, how are you?
It seems like maybe I'm not understanding what you're really presenting, but I wanted to know who is really paying for these courses, and maybe I'm not understanding who's paying for these courses and these projects. I just want to understand there because you've presented, but I'm not sure what really you are presenting at the moment. Yeah.
All right. Basically, we first of all, we started with, was it 4 laptops that time? Well, like 4 laptops. These are laptops that come from either companies. They no longer use them. We find somebody who can fix them for free. We get them on the internet. Currently, we're using Net1 and Econet modems. We get them online. And Allison courses, like 50 to 80% of the courses are totally free. So these kids sometimes don't even understand English. So sometimes we have to have volunteers sit in with them, work them through the courses. But the whole point is to get them started at something, get them interested at something. So we're not only targeting the youth that are already there. We're targeting the high school dropouts, the teenagers that got pregnant and still want to pursue something, and so forth.
Maureen, if I can just add, I think he wants to know how you make money, like how you stay sustainable as a business.
All right. Yeah, the projects. That's where we stay sustainable. So the pilot project is where we land on how to stay sustainable. We had the poultry project. At first, we had like 100 chickens, and after that, the next 2 months, I think we had 300, and currently it's running on 1,000. We haven't been able to expand because of land cost and so forth, and because our students have grown, and we have also partitioned it to sport as well. So after Basketball for Good gave us funding for sport, we also had to portion some of the land to basketball. So currently there's a court being built. We are still looking for sponsors for that one, but yeah.
And just to add on to that, you did mention that, you know, you guys had made some money and that you've scaled. So how much profit have you made so far?
Yeah. So these are not necessarily profits, because they still keep going back to our project, unfortunately. Because unfortunately, the funders want to see the money keep working for us to get more. For example, Basketball for Good Foundation, at first they gave us like $500, which technically didn't do anything. But when we presented some 4 or 5 events in the rural areas which had basketball in them, they upped it to 2,000. So we keep on trying to impress, even though the events that we ran were not $5,000, they were way more than that, because we had to pitch in our funding. We always want to get better funding, but these are the amounts that we did. This was our hardest year, yes, and this is our year 4 now. We haven't decided on that, but these are the amounts that we were talking about.
Thanks.
All right, thank you for that presentation. Education is notoriously hard to monetize, yeah? Especially as the best university in the world is free, YouTube. But my question is more, what's your why? Like, why do you do this and get up and do this every day, knowing that you may not make a buck and the poultry project is much better? What drives you to keep doing this?
Point of correction, I definitely know I'll make a buck. Just not now. But what makes me is because that's where I grew up. Where we're doing this project is in Mount Darwin. That's where I grew up. And I'll tell you, I don't have a classmate who went to university. Like where I landed, no classmate went to university. And when I graduated, it sounded like a myth. You can't even say graduate there or undergraduate or bachelor's, because we basically don't know about it. So this is something that, heartens me. And because especially the girls that I grew up with, they're now all mothers at 15, 16, and so forth. And I felt like there's something that we could do to make this stop, or to make this end, or to get them back in the system. I think development or production is more in the rural areas than it is in the city. That's why I wake up every day and I think this is a good idea.
Thank you. Burning question. One more question.
Marjorie, a little bit of a tough one. So be prepared. I think along the lines of what he was saying, I see 2 different lines here. There's the production side, and then there's the education side. I'm struggling to see the connection, because I think that if you focus, and I'm not suggesting you do this, I'm just asking the question. It's, if the chickens are doing well, why aren't you doing the chickens?
Okay, so
unless you're saying it's free labor, eh?
No, it's not free labor, but we also want to develop the person. If it happens that chicken is not their passion, they then want to go to pastry, but now they can read because we have had them go through certain courses. Now they have secretarial certificate, and they don't want to do poetry anymore, or they don't want to do those projects. They get out of this with something. Remember, my passion is not on the poetry project, it's on the people that are going to be involved there.
This is not a question. I think no, it's not a question. I'm actually trying to paraphrase what you're saying. If I hear you right, what you did is you've got a passion for educating people in the rural areas, in the communities, but you're looking for a fundraising source of income for you to be able to fund that. And people are not understanding that if you're making money there, then why are you going with your passion? I think that's basically what's happening here.
Thank you.
Okay, just because I have, guys, okay, fine. 2, and then, because we have one less. Okay, I'll allow.
I think it's a great project that you're doing, trying to educate people in the rural areas. I think my first question would be, how many centers have you set up so far in those particular rural areas? Because you've only talked about one place. And also the other thing is that, yes, you're focusing on educating them, but you know, the thing is that majority of the, let's say, young people, when they get educated, it's difficult for them to find jobs. So what are you doing in order to say, after we have educated these people, okay, they have a certificate now we have partnered with this company that will be able to give them jobs?
All right, I think regarding that, which I talked about it the last time, that we would want to partner with companies that can give them jobs. But we're also talking about practical education. Somebody can graduate at UZ with Bachelor of Business Administration and not know how to use Excel sheet. So our courses don't focus on the theoretical. We always recommend and choose for the kids the courses that focus on practical. So be rest assured, if they say, I'm good at Office, it means they know how to use Excel. They know how to use Word. You're not going to just get a half-earsed educated person. So we focus on practical. Let them learn the practical of it. So if they're going to be sitting on a poetry course, it has to also tell them the numbers and how to do it.
All right. My question is on the two aspects that I'm seeing. I'm seeing the business aspect, and I'm seeing where you also have passion. I want to ask, why can't you separate the two and pitch on the business aspect? Then on the passion aspect, you try to work on your extra time. Then you try to blend. Maybe on the passion aspect, you look for an NGO or whatsoever that can assist you. Then on the business side, guys who are here, they can then fund.
Thank you for that.
Is it just me, or I don't find them mutually exclusive? But maybe that's just me.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't want to define, because I think people also have their own views. But I think if I were going to go for a poetry project, I wouldn't like to stay there much. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do, because like I'm rightfully saying, now we have sport included. So I can have like a million other business prospects, but funding, this is it. This is it for me.
And I just want to make a comment that, you know, Founders Live is very non-discriminatory. So if you're a founder of any organization, doesn't matter whether it's for-profit or non-profit, this is definitely the place for you, because if she doesn't have a place to spotlight her business, then people might be interested in helping in whichever way, which if you notice her last slide, Tatenda, please go to the last slide. She didn't have a monetary ask. So this is what she's asking for from the people who are watching globally and the people who are here. So just to put that out there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. So next up, we have Makanaka Msipa from Go Formal Innovations, and Makanaka is from volume 16 of Founders Live. So welcome to volume 22.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm Makanaka, so I guess I should go ahead. I'm Makanaka, and I represent Go Formal Innovations. We're an admin and support services company with a bias towards human resources. We train and hire out virtual assistants, as well as other professionals, both locally and internationally. The critical problem that we've identified is the gap that is currently existing within the workplace, whereby the business community primarily is expecting for so much productivity, yet the workforce is saying, I'm being underpaid. So our efforts are around establishing a balance between the employer and the employee. Our critical areas of concern are around, can you go back a bit? The next one. Next. All right. Our critical areas of concern are around providing job security features to the employees, reskilling and upskilling, and skills role matching, which allow them to be productive within their own right. Whilst to the business community, we are then providing these resource persons through employee leasing, as well as continuous performance assessments. Looking at the current market analysis, the total available market of virtual assistants and employee leasing is around 1.4 billion, and the serviceable market looking at the market in which the African community is being outsourced to is around 55,194 million, and the total serviceable market, which here in the Southern Africa we can ask 6, is around 1,167 million. Our competition has been primarily employment agencies, professional employer organizations, and other employee leasing firms.
You can ask him questions that allow him to finish his presentation.
Exactly. Any questions so far? I like that. What slide comes next?
All right. So when you look at our revenue model, we make money primarily from 30% of every invoice amount per resource person that we hire out, or the employer that gets our resource person pays a cover admin fee. Our revenue projections utilize that to date. Looking at the latest project that we are working on, we're looking at hitting our 100K by 31st December this month. Then by end of 2023, we believe that if we hire 300 employees who are getting on average $350, we can hit our half a million by October 2023. Then 2024 moving forward, we're expecting that we're expecting to hit our 15,000 million by end of 2028.
Okay. I think he bought you a slide, but I don't know if we can go beyond that. Any more questions?
I wanted to ask you quickly, which skills you, like the human resource you hire out, which skills you consider? For example, I know similar companies to yours, some they say, okay, if you have got your tech skills, we hire you out and we take a certain percentage. For your case, which ones do you consider? For example, I want to partner with you.
Admin and support services. We're looking at executive assistants, general administration, but we are considering to move into other professionals since the demand is increasing almost every day.
So take us through your process. I'm mainly interested in how you assure quality of your candidates.
All right. So let me take you through the virtual assistant or the admin support one. Anyone who becomes a virtual assistant within our system undergoes a mandatory training program from which they are certified for competence and not participation. So we have certain KPIs that we set as we are training them. Then from there, we connect them with our paying clients, and as they are working on various admin related tasks, we get the payment, then we process their own share of the effort, which is 70% of the invoice amount. And that's how it goes. For other professionals, we've developed a work readiness program, which is also a critical aspect in trying to ensure that we are able to do skills role matching. But all the same, over time, through the help of psychometric tests and other scientific methods, we are able to assess the productivity of someone as they are working from time to time, thereby complementing the expectations of the employer.
Sorry, I have a bee in my hair.
That means you'll be wealthy.
Hello, how are you? Thank you for the presentation. So my question is, I wanted to ask, so you'll be charging your employees the 30% for the rest of their employment with you, or that's a once-off fee?
Oh, that's a continuous thing. So our 30% covers the back office. So you realize that when we speak about providing those job security features, that's where we can use part of the 30% to look at things like medical aid, pension, etc. And even if they are not if they have worked with that, let's say for 3 months, but in the 4th month, they are not with the client, we still cover up for their medical aid. So we address the job security features using that a certain amount from the 30%, then the rest is for the business.
And have you made any profit? You said you are looking to make $100,000 by the end of this year. Is there profit in that, or are you still operating at a loss?
Yes, definitely there is profit. So speaking of our profit margins, as I said, 30% goes towards admin. Almost like 15% of that primarily is reserved for, goes into our profits, unless or otherwise we are working on certain projects. Like right now we're working on a project in establishing a venture studio, the first venture studio in Zimbabwe, whereby we'll be just creating startups as entrepreneurs. So that's where an investment is going, and we're hoping, and over time, we're hoping that can also bring in as much traction through that reinvestment.
Okay, hi. Once again, I wanted to ask. I heard you saying that people kind of like take courses within your organization. Is it for administrative work? Is it? So I believe there are some maybe organizations that are like ACA. Those are boards. Is it? That maybe are standard boards that everyone can just say, everyone knows that an accountant coming from ACA is just like a standard accountant. Is it? Is it? So is it like your company, does it have a certified, like, is it certified international, like your certificate that everyone, even from Botswana, knows that you guys, your administration, like, does it have a board which is like that board you get? I don't know if you get my point. Like, if Cambridge is a board where you know that anyone with a certificate from Cambridge is qualified for the exams that they have gone through. They are just extreme exams for that particular, you know. So I'm asking you that, is your board certified? Is it like internationally certified, that I know that even when I'm in South Africa, when I see you, no, I've seen the most qualified administrative that I can get.
Okay, so I understand that your question comes through into accreditation. All right, so what I can tell you is right now, as we are providing our courses, we're providing them within a controlled system, whereby from the moment one qualifies, they can either go and start their own virtual assistant business, or they join our community and go and like work virtually. They work the jobs that we provide. So it's a controlled system. But as the brand awareness and marketing grows, as the word goes out there, you realize that more and people will come and just take our course in order to just go and work within the organization that they are in, or establish their own virtual assistant businesses.
Okay, I think there's one more question here.
Hi, thank you. Just to confirm, your business model is you hire people, you train them, and then you list them out to companies that want. Confirm?
Yes.
Okay, so among the people that you've hired, how many employees do you have on your staff currently?
Resource persons, I'm looking at 34 active.
34 active.
Yes.
And then which big companies are you working with on the other side as your customers?
Currently, not so big, right? But locally, we have organizations like Legacy Building Leaders. We've done admin support, like for the 8 to 5 Innovation Hub. Our people do text management and part of some admin support for almost every startup within that hub. And when you look at out of the country, we have guys who have come from the UK, and we are looking to establish a call center which is set to run by the 1st of January 2023. So you realize that those are more resource persons coming through that have been hired, that are ready to get into the market.
Okay, great. So my question, sorry if you've addressed it, but I'm looking at your financial ask, and I want to know what you're giving for this, for a potential investor. Is this equity? Is this a loan?
All right. So as you can see, our critical ask is around brand awareness and marketing. And we think we now have a good number to establish our own center, which has controlled internet and access to, the electricity issue in Zim. So we're looking for a financial investment for around 100,000 across these particular areas. And we are willing to give away 20% equity from whatsoever that we from the 30% that we get as a business. Yes.
Okay. And how many people are on your team and what are their competencies?
As I've active, currently we're looking at 34.
Like on your team, not the people in your admin team. Not the ones you're hiring, but who's working with you specifically in building this business.
All right. So actually, the moment they come on board, they become our associates. So we actually work together. They actually some of the resource persons are now some of the facilitators in the classes that we teach. So we're all part of the same organization. But speaking of directorate, we have a key with about 4 directors who work currently as senior partners. So one has experience in digital marketing. The other one has over 27 years experience working as an executive assistant and partly doing organizational support, like helping executives or companies to operate. Then we also have a lawyer who happens to take our students through paralegal studies. And we have a chartered accountant who is currently based in the UK.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Makanaka. All the best. Okay, and last but not least, our final entrepreneur of the day is Simon Mzariri, who's probably our youngest and also pitched at volume 17. So welcome.
Okay. Hello, guys. My name is Simon Mzariri. I'm the founder and CEO of Omofotech Labs. So we focus on research and development. In 2019, we designed a computer that is affordable for all students on our Raise a Genius Forum program to help them harness the power of computing and digital technologies. So the problem that we have today is that contemporary school do not educate for life, but instead they are killing talent. Our solution is a mentorship program that helps parents and schools to nurture the genius within their students. This was proved by a guy called Laszlo Poga. He raised 3 geniuses in chess. Our serviceable market is 4.9 million. We aim to capture 60% by year 2030. Our competition, we have Netro, we have Kimtronics, but we do talent search-based programs, and we also offer home-based programs that they do not offer. This is our expected traction for 5 years. We aim to have 17,000 students by year 5. Our revenue model is premium. Each student pays $2 joining fee and $1 a week. And it will translate to a revenue of 78,000 by year 5. We ask for 25,000 USD for 20% of our company. This will go for marketing, team building, procurement of kits like this one. Then expansion. So that's.
Thank you. And he still had time to spare, huh?
No, he was just on the mark.
Okay, good job. I'm going to start us off with a question. So you said you want to capture 60% of that market that you outlined. And I just want to know, what is your USP and or your, what's so special about your product, your business, that you would capture 60% of that market?
Okay, so most of the programs that are offered out there, they are not affordable for the ghetto students. We look where I come from. I do home lessons. I teach students at my house. So I used to charge them $15. So they will say, "Oh, I can't afford it." So I later on said, "Okay, what if you pay $1 a week? Can you come?" Then they said yes. So with that money, I actually managed to raise money to buy 10 kits, which costs about 40 years each. So other companies are like Netro, they are based in town. They offer courses at $60. That is not affordable for the majority of the Zimbabweans. We are trying to solve third world problems using first world solutions that won't work in Zimbabwe. So we need to come down to our level, how much our people earn and how can we go about it.
And I'm just going to add on a little bit there. How are you going to guard against someone just procuring kits and just copying your model?
Already, as for us, we're almost doing what other people are doing, right? But we do what we call talent search. We don't just offer robotics, we just offer electronics. We also go into chess, teaching them also foreign languages. We actually help parents identify the talent within their children. That's how unique we can be, and that's how different we are, because I think we're the first one to do that here in Zimbabwe.
Okay, thank you so much. This was a wonderful pitch. My question is, when you started by saying something about building a laptop, if I'm not mistaken. So I was thinking, oh, maybe you're a company that sells laptop, and then you went into programs. So that's what I'm trying to understand. Are you selling a laptop that was said in the beginning of your pitch, or you are offering programs to school children?
At volume 17, we pitched on a unique device that we call the STEM box. Due to funding, we have my partner out there, Mr. Makuyana is my partner. We are still working on the computer. We are still on the prototype phasing. We're still working on it. But what we do is at Omofo, we do research and development. We also work with academic institutions. So this is part of our program. The STEM box was meant to be used in the Raise a Genius Forum. So that's why I said in 2019, we designed that to help students harness the power of computing and digital technologies.
Okay, so for this cheaper laptop, how much funding do you need for that additionally, and manpower?
Okay, so initially we needed 25,000. That 25,000 was inclusive for the STEM box, and much manpower. We don't need much manpower because we already have a partner who can help us. What we need is we actually design the circuits here in Zimbabwe, then we send it to China. For logistic reasons, we need money to ship them back and also to pay our producers in China.
What do you mean by you already have a partner who can help you with man or woman power?
Okay. Blitz Electronics, they focus on circuit designing and PCB designing. So we are working with them to design the whole circuit of the STEM box and the other things that are needed. So
I didn't get you clearly. Who are your customers or who are your clients? And also, do you do research and development for companies?
okay. We work with students, right? We work with students, and apart from working with students, we also develop websites. It's another thing that we do at our company. We also focus on system development. If you want a system that you can use, like for example, home automation, we also do home automation. We are not just limited to teaching students and finding their talents alone. So that's us.
I think it's clear on my question. Let me give a scenario. Let's say we're a company and we have got an idea for a certain product we think can do well in our business. Are you capable, if we come to you and say, okay, this is what you want to do, can you help us with the research and then maybe development of a prototype? Is it this possible? Do you have such arrangement you do with
yes, we
companies?
do.
Just quickly, why do you produce something and ship to China and bring it back? I didn't quite understand what that means.
Okay, so in Zimbabwe, for example, I'll give you a machine called a surface mounting machine. It's not actually, they're not actually available here in Zimbabwe. They are found in China. Most companies on global stage, they do assembly in China. It is cheaper that way. So that's why we said we just design the PCB here in Zimbabwe, then we send it to China, then they do assembly and manufacturing, then they send it here to Zimbabwe.
Is your model protected?
Yeah.
Simon, that laugh was a bit sketch.
I'm trying to be.
Hi. So you're saying that the students, they pay $2 a
training fee,
and then $1 per month
per week.
Per week.
Yeah.
So that's about
$4 a month.
$4 a month.
Yes.
How sustainable is that in terms of paying your salaries and growth? Because it's very cheap.
Okay. So if we are to go to schools, we say a school must have a minimum of 30 students. If we have $2 multiplied by 30, that's 60 joining fee alone. That will go also in purchasing of kits or other things. Then with the long run, paying $. Our kit, it costs $40.
Can I have a look at the kit while we hear more? Just your ask is 25,000. What does that mean? Are you currently valuing yourself at what price? What is your company worth?
Okay. I'm not good with numbers anyways. Yeah, 20% of our company. Yeah, somewhere there. Why are we doing this? No. Okay, I didn't prepare for this question. It is. So, what we think, our vision, let me go to our vision. If we have 1 million students paying $1 every week, we have 1 million USD, right? Apart from that, most of the things that we do, they do not cost much. We'll find that we have actually received 10,000 of Amazon Web Services. That on our costs, we didn't actually lose anything. So we use those in fundings from other companies, partners. This is what we do at our company is to offer just mentorship. So that's why we actually said if we can have 1 million students paying $1, we can have 1 million USD every month, every week, right? So you do the math.
So look, I'm looking at your box here, and I'm genuinely interested in understanding, right? So for me, you'd use the comparative of Kimtronics and NetPro. These are all components that we can order online from anywhere. So
Yes.
what is the value add that you are putting into this business? What is it? And it doesn't have to be long.
Okay. As we said, we offer mentorship. We do what
That's it. Thank you. I'm out. Yeah, thanks.
All right. Are there any more questions? Okay.
Mine is more of guidance. Who are you working with for your finances? Are you working with someone to help you with that side of the business?
We actually had a contract funding with Elevate Trust of 5,000 for initial start. That was after we have pitched here. So those are some of the people who approached us.
Okay.
So we are working with Elevate Trust.
No problem. So why I was asking, this is more of like guidance. You need to find someone who has a strength in terms of the number side of the business. Why do I say so? Just looking at your market potential, you were saying it's about 4.6 million people. And then you mentioned to say in 5 years, you want to do 17,000 people. So yes, so just to add those, it won't work out to the 1 million that you are planning. So you may need to just adjust a few figures and see how big of a team you need to build your business, where you can cut your costs to meet that 1 million, something like that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Simon. Thank you. No, you did a good job. Don't worry. There's no one in a business knows all the aspects. You just need to learn it. Okay. So now the time has come to vote. We need to vote, and everyone watching online, please, thank you so much for tuning in. Please still keep your questions coming, and then we'll also try to get the startups to answer the questions directly on social media. But yes, so for voting, if you can please go to hararevoting.founderslive.com. There's also the QR code that you can scan to take you straight to the voting. It does not take long. Please vote for one. Vote once. Vote for one. We want this to be a truly democratic process. And yeah, don't complain. If you don't vote, you're voting for the winner. So apathy has no place here. You need to vote. So before the voting, I'm going to let, or while we're voting, I'm going to let Oxy come up and introduce our amazing act that's going to entertain you while voting. So don't be so entertained that you don't vote. Please go and vote right now.
So I feel like I have all the power because I haven't opened up voting yet. So that's what I'm doing right now. And before we do that, we have an entertainer for us today. So she's going to be performing while you guys are voting. Please vote. So I would like to introduce Anashe. Anashe, please come up to the stage. Anashe. Anashe, I'm sorry. And then she'll introduce herself. And then as soon as she gets up here, I'll open up voting for everybody.
Okay, so in case you don't have access to Wi-Fi, please fix that.
And there are also computers that you can vote on inside.
If you don't want to do it on your phone, there are also machines set up. Oh, there are machines set up on that table outside. So if you don't want to vote on your phone and you want to use one of our machines, they're already connected. feel free to go over there. But you can also use your phone.
That's the first
Okay, voting officially open. So you can go ahead and vote. So if you go to Harare, HTTP Harare voting, it's just a quick Google form, and then it will show you.
Hi guys, I hope you're good. My name is Naisha K, and and I am an artist. So I hope you guys like my songs, and you guys go check them out after this. But yeah, thank you.
You had your eyes on me, thought that I couldn't see that you'd be preying on me. Oh, took me a while to see it, that you're onto me, yeah, playing your hide and seek, playing your hide and seek. I got you on my spell. I got you on my spell. Oh, yeah. And I need you now. Can give me your love. You know I'll be waiting. And I need you now. Can give me your love. You know I've been waiting. Falling for my love, yeah. Don't you try and fight it, baby boy. I can see you trying so hard, but it's okay, just know I got you. It's only you and me, it's only you and me. Oh yeah, I got you on my spell. 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 And I need you now. Can give me your love. You know I'll be waiting. And I need you now. Can give me your love. You know I'll be waiting. Ever since I laid my eyes on you, yeah, I knew that I there one, yeah. And it's a prayer of an angel. I knew you were mine. You got to step by step, boy, step by step. You got step by step, boy, step by step. Higher, 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 higher. But a chickadee, yeah. Yepa moyo, chickadee, yeah. Yepa moyo. Vagawanda na pembera, Besana. Stuck together, I'm standing strong, letting go. But a chickadee, yeah. Yepa moyo, chickadee, yeah. Yepa moyo. We're stuck together, no matter the pressure. We're stuck together, no matter the weather. We're stuck together, no matter the pressure. We're stuck together, no matter the weather. No matter the weather. No matter the weather. Whoa, 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 whoa. No matter the weather. Yeah.
This is my latest song, so yeah. It's called Give Me Your Love. Yeah, you can play
So won't you give me your love? I've been waiting, my love. For you, I'll fight everyone to show you how much I love. When you come in my love, I am getting weaker, and I need you, my love, 'cause it's getting harder. When you come in my love, I am getting weaker, and I need you, my love, 'cause it's getting harder. Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Let's do it. Let's do it. Manjingeke unginike lolu thando lwakho ngikudinga lana ekuduze kwami manjingeke unginike lolu thando lwakho ngikudinga lana ekuduze kwami When you come in my love, I am getting weaker, and I need you, my love, 'cause it's getting harder. When you come in my love, I am getting weaker, and I need you, my love, 'cause it's getting harder. Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Le douze, la-la-la-la-la. Le douze, lana, 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 le douze. Oh, 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 Thank you.
Okay, can we please give Naisha, I am sorry for mispronouncing your name. Please give her another round of applause. So before I let you sit down, I want you to just let us know who is Naisha. How did you get into this whole business? So those were all her songs. They're not borrowed. So it's your songwriting process. Just tell people who Naisha is and how they can find you.
Naisha is an upcoming artist. I've been into music since I was in nursery school. I started like my journey in 2018 being a solo artist, and I have been making my own songs ever since. And yeah, so this is me basically trying to come out of my shell, apart from just recording. But yeah, so you can catch me on Instagram at Naisha K, on YouTube at Naisha K. I'm there on Facebook, but not really. I'm not that old.
Oh!
No offense. But
wow. Okay, so are you on TikTok then?
Yes, I am on TikTok. Yes, yeah, I'm obviously on TikTok. So I'm pretty sure you can guess my age from that.
So if
But
you're
yeah.
1990s, 1980s, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. 2000s are taking over the game. Yeah.
And
but-
then did you get inspiration from any Zimbabwean artists or any artist that you've seen that you're like, oh yes, I heard some Ndebele there, right? So trilingual.
It's Zulu.
Zulu. Oh, my
Yes.
bad. Yes. So tell us about that, your inspiration. Where does it come from?
I think if I connect to a beat, it's really easy for me to write. I write all my songs by myself. So yeah. So I think it just comes with the beat. Mainly the beat is the inspiration behind the lyrics. Yeah.
Okay, great. And well, now since COVID has opened up, do you plan on doing any performances anywhere that maybe we can look out for?
Yes, I am. I hope to get more. Tomorrow I am performing at another artist's EP launch. So yeah, we are slowly getting there. Yes.
Oh, well done. I don't suppose we're invited. It's a closed event, right?
Everyone can come. It's $2 if you want to come.
Okay, and where is it?
I will have to give you the address. I'm not really sure of the address, but yeah, it's tomorrow.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for your talent and your voice. Clap hands for her. So has everybody managed to vote? Yes. Do you need a little bit more time? Did everyone vote? Okay, so I guess it's that time of the day. Tadoka, do you want to come up, please? We're announcing the winner now. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so who do you guys think it is? Can shout it out. Who do you think? So there's Go For More Innovations, Omofo Tech Labs, Affordable Virtual Learning Society, and Twalumba Bricks. So, who is it? Twalumba. Simon. Okay.
We have no idea.
We don't know.
You all voted. So we're just going to see it the same time you see it as it comes up on the screen.
And while it's loading, you guys can buy drinks and food from the food truck. And I also forgot to say that it's Maureen's birthday today. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, I'm very nervous. Is it coming?
Okay. So in 5-4, drum rolls. Okay. So the winner clearly is Go Formal Involutions. So come up. Well done. Okay, so he is winning one more year of membership at Impact Hub Harare, which is a lot. I won't even quantify it in monetary terms because you guys couldn't even fathom. And you wouldn't believe it. And you also have a dinner voucher for 2. So whoever you want to take to a nice dinner. So Tsuzoka, please hand him that. And this is courtesy of Utande. So while we do like our partners, we love to have more partners on board. And this is really to support the entrepreneur ecosystem, because right now the winning prize, it's a lot, but it would be great if, we could invest in these startups. You know what they were asking for. So even if it starts from $1,000, $5,000, I think it will go a long way to supporting these startups. And you can also ask for equity or interest if you're loaning. So please, more startups, if you're watching, more partners, we need them for Founders Live Harare. We plan on continuing, maybe next time it'll be Founders Live Volume 40. So thank you so much. I'm gonna let Makanaka say a few words.
Thank you. I started my journey in the medical field, and I left because I didn't enjoy what I was doing. I learned a skill, and I felt there was enough room for skills-based hiring to be given to be given an opportunity within the Zimbabwean job marketplace and worldwide. And I have created a business that promotes skills-based hiring, that allows for employees to be given a fair estimation of their worth. And number 3, that allows employers to enjoy their productive concerns, or to experience the productive concerns that they have in their businesses. And I'm happy that through pitching opportunities, through winning, it validates whatsoever that we've been doing for the past year and a half. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Well done.
Okay, I'm just going to give the mic back to you because we've come to the end. So please thank everybody for coming and do your man in the arena speech.
Yes, ma'am. I am not going to do man in the arena because you guys always tease me. So I'm done with that for now. But I do want to say thank you so much for everyone who attended. It's been, such a pleasure. And I'm just so excited because we haven't done a Founders Live and in person in years. So this is really exciting to be able to do in-person events again, and then also just have the hybrid aspect. So thank you to all the online attendees, and thank you to everyone who's here today. And my biggest thank you goes to the startups. Thank you so much for putting yourself out there and also for building. This is what we need in Zimbabwe. This is what we need across the world, for people to be building, And, even if you didn't come first today, like, there are people behind you. It was also very close, So there are people who will reach out to you. There are people behind you, and there are people seeing what you're doing. You're inspiring so many people. So please just keep going. It makes me so proud to see that there are people who were, at it 4 years ago, who are still at it. A lot of the times people, will have to leave their businesses or stop for many reasons. So you guys are the biggest inspiration, and we just want you to keep growing and we are there for you every step of the way. You know, Impact Hub, we are about that social impact, and we want to help you in any way that we can. So please feel free to reach out to us. And then I also just want to thank the Impact Hub Harare team. You guys are rock stars behind the scenes, working so hard in a way that people don't see, you know, to really spotlight these startups, to create a positive impact. And, you know, I think you guys are amazing. So thank you so much, everyone. And thank you again to our partners. And let's keep the conversation going. So thank you, everyone. Have a good afternoon. Okay, broadcast, we're ending. And then for everybody who's physically here, can we get a group photo out in the grass, please?